recognize this as being something that's actually happening in our country?
Casey, firstly, thanks for the opportunity. And then, as you said now, this is a far bigger problem than what people can even begin to imagine. And unfortunately, things have not been reported and put in media and so on as they should have. Because bottom line, you say, how big is the problem? Well, officially, it's the biggest trade in the world.
Yeah.
Bigger than drugs.
Saying it's bigger than drugs. The trade is bigger than drugs.
Much
the biggest
bigger.
trade in the world, B.
Biggest trade in the world. It's got to give you some kind of a guideline. More people are being trafficked today than there was in the 1400s when the slave trade was at its highest.
What?
In the 1600s. Yeah.
Jeez.
So officially, more people are being trafficked currently.
And like, how heavy is it in our country? Like, how bad is it in South Africa? Like, where does South Africa like fit into all of this?
Well, we currently are considered to be one of it's considered a hub in the world, and on average, the stats for people going missing are here in Pretoria alone 35,000 people per year.
What?
Of which an average are maybe 50% are recovered. Yeah.
So you're telling me
rest
that like 17,500 people are just disappearing?
That's correct.
And these are South Africans.
Across the board, mainly South Africans, yes, but so there's also, let's say, as a conduit, things like there's some few foreigners who are lured into South Africa with the auspices of jobs and so on, and then they are also hooked up in the web itself as well. Cape Town's even worse. Cape Town's the worst. Currently, they're sitting at about 100,000 per year trapped out of Cape Town.
100,000 people.
Correct.
And like 50% of those also just get lost in the system.
Well, just between us, that's officially when they're talking about trafficking. Okay, that's the figure they're using for trafficking out of Cape Town alone. Not people going AWOL.
Yeah.
People trafficked.
Like, how does this affect like people, say, in like affluent neighborhoods? Do they like think like our kids? This is not going to happen to our kids. Like what's the reality? Like, people are living in this like naive bubble, or what is the reality? How like terrifying is this actually?
Actually, the reality is, and I've got it's posted on, as it happens, on Pink Lady and so on, all of the rest people going missing, and it's every single day. And these are not people who are in locations and so on. These are in the affluent, for instance, your eastern suburbs of Pretoria. And it's every single day. So people are just they're just not paying that much attention to it all. It's put under another name. And this is the problem where we see where the drugs come in, because the major problem with the drugs is that it causes disassociation between the parents and the children. There's a loss of connection over there. The kids aren't speaking to the parents aren't speaking to the kids because the kids are an embarrassment to them because of their behavior. Half the time they end up stealing half the things at home to support the habits, and in the end the kids are pushed aside. So if the kids go missing for 3-4 days at a time because the parents just think they're on another binge, and they're only too happy to get rid of them for a while because of the drama. So in those 3-4 days, if they are taken, nobody's reporting them, and nobody's coming looking. 72 hours is our working stats at the moment. If we don't find somebody within 72 hours, generally it's not happening.
And because South Africa's a hub, you just have no idea where they're going. They can be going to any continent.
Correct. Mainly, but look at the guys. Mainly, they're taken abroad to the east and to Middle East, the East, and Europe, Eastern Europe mainly. Okay, a lot of Eastern Bloc countries are very into or affected by the human trafficking. Of which certain of them, the percentage of the population percentage has decreased. Okay, as a direct result of human trafficking. Now, I mean, we are not talking about a disease or something hitting a country. It's I mean, people being taken, kids being taken, parents being taken, where the kids are now left in orphanages. And it's crazy.
Yes, dude. And the drugs is like obviously is like the hook for this. Like you guys, and like is it like you know, like I'm gonna I don't know much about this kind of thing. You know, I'm more in the whole drug scene and rehabilitating people. But even me, I didn't like. It's like I can only think that the drugs are like the hook. You know, like are there guys that are actually like actively missioning around getting people hooked on drugs for the sole purpose of trafficking?
Many of the local dealers are doing that because that's their mechanisms. Because basically what happens once and they're obviously targeting mainly the girls, but also guys. Make no mistake, because this is okay. Let me start from the beginning again. Okay, once these kids are taken, majority of the time they are taken into the sex trade, be it locally or abroad. Okay, once they and it sounds very careless for me to say it like this, but once they have reached their shelf life in the eyes of their keepers and so on, they are then harvested for the organs. The end of this whole thing is that they'll be cut up for the organs, and the organs sold off in the black markets.
Even the kids, if the kids are like used for their purpose, it's over and done with in the sex trade, which is like horrific enough, then they even harvest their organs.
Absolutely. Remember, the younger the organ, the longer its life. So if it's a healthy organ and it's a DNA match, and the scary part is the underground or your black market has got a bigger supply database than currently our waiting lists of that are run through the hospitals and so on. So people going, for instance, somebody who is running into kidney failure in South Africa, their chances of getting a donor or kidney from somebody else is one in, I'm not exactly what figure, but it's like 1 in 1,000 kind of thing. Okay? It's very rare that you're going to find a match.
Jeez.
And then, so then, they're facing definite death. So people who have got money and power and things abroad, locally or abroad, can catch a flight, go over to a number of different hospitals, and they can order the kidneys before they even fly. They send a DNA sample through, and they start scanning for them. And it means if the kids, the moment they are taken, they will take a swab, they'll take DNA, and they'll check and see if they're a match.
Then are you telling me that they're worth more as organ donors than they are as sex workers?
That's correct. Yeah. Because if you consider the average going price at the moment on the black market for a kidney, for example, is between 20 and 30,000 euros for one kidney. Okay, and so each of the organs have got their own their prices. But now you've got two kidneys, 2 lungs, 2 retinas, heart. To name a few that are harvested, and each of these sold off individually at a substantial price. So, if we're relating it back to South African terms, you're looking at one person being in excess of close to R1 million profit for somebody.
Then, what you're saying is that do you think it's possible that these guys are actually manufacturing drugs? So, like, let's say, just for argument's sake, you got the Pablo Escobar, right? This guy's pumping out tons of cocaine, and that's not to get people hooked or to have a party. That thing exists specifically to bait people into trafficking.
Well, I don't know if it would be the sole purpose, but it's definitely the mechanism or conduit that is used. It's one of the biggest tools that is used to get to hook the people, because it's I mean it's such a powerful chemical addiction that people will do insane things. They'll even sell their friends, for instance, into slavery for their next hit or their for their. That's why I think of all the habits and things that are out there, it's probably the most selfish habit that you can find is the drugs, because at the end of the day, besides your self-worth going, your value for life goes, and that's the problem.
Jeez. And just give me an example, like Like you obviously have to go into these situations and catch these guys doing this, obviously, and people that have been caught and trapped and trafficked, and they obviously have
Yeah.
places where they store these people, and you go to these places. Like if you can paint me like a picture
Yes.
of what you find there.
Okay, majority of the places that we are going into are generally some form of holding, like sometimes they call them what they call them in a breaking station. Okay, where they actually take the girls and they physically break their will and their spirits by raping them continuously. Okay, for as long as it takes to break that person's spirit. Okay, once they've broken them, that person, you can open the doors. They will not even leave because they don't even have the will to actually want to leave anymore. They're broken, completely broken. Okay, so and none of this is done in any nice way. They are abused and raped and beaten and broken, to get them to get them to that point. But that's where they want them, because then they can take them, and then the leverage they'll have against them, they'll say, "Listen, now you know what this is about. Okay, do you want us to go get your sister? Okay." And that means, so obviously they don't. You say, okay, well then you're going to stand on this street corner, okay, and you're now going to work the trade. Yeah. So that's the thing. So there's no sugarcoating. That's how they operate. Now these houses, sometimes if it's a breaking house or if it's a crack house or something like that, the conditions inside there are horrific. Okay. Firstly, none of the bedrooms or anything like that have got door handles on the inside. Okay. So none of these girls can get out. Generally, what we find is that they're just on a foam mattress on the floor, and they're just lying there, naked and in a really bad way, And it's really tragic to see how another human can defile, the human body would defile another person like that to such a point where it's just, you cannot believe that someone can be broken to that point. So it's incredibly sad to see. Yeah. So there's nothing rosy about it. There's nothing pleasant at all. The images and so on of the places that I've been into and seen, the people that I've seen, I'll never forget those. It's branded into my brain.
Would I be right to say, like, if we were talking to people using drugs, right, like current active drug users, okay, like if you're in active addiction, the money you pay your dealer obviously has to be used to buy more stock from the next guy up, and that money is used to buy more stock from the next guy up, and so forth and so on. And eventually the collection of all this money is used to finance the human trafficking kind of trade, if you were to call it that. But so would it be right in saying that if you're in active addiction, it's great that you're getting high and it's great that you're having a party, but what you're actually doing, unbeknownst to you or anyone else, is financing the biggest and most brutal trade in the world?
Yes. And many of the dealers, the dealers over here, the Nigerians, they're on the ground levels where they're actually abducting the kids and so on. Okay. When it goes up the chain, it goes across the border. It goes, everybody, from South Africa to Europe. There's a whole chain that's involved. Okay, but the Nigerians who are actually doing the grabbing and so on, they're supplying the drugs and they're selling the drugs and so on, which is fueling not just a percentage of that going to the direct trafficking, but it's fueling their greed. Okay, because the more money they make, the more see, the more they want. And unfortunately, what happens is they're in a circle of people who operate like that, who introduce them to trafficking, and it's a far more viable and economical way of making money. So they then start to target with the drugs, the addicts say, listen, obviously it's many different ways. The guys say you can buy it on credit. They'll say like 2 or 3 grams, and they start to run behind. By the time they get 10 grams behind, they're in trouble. Okay? Because now the Nigerians are going to start looking for them and come and say, listen, I want my money, go and provide it, and then it's okay. Well then, and by that time, you've probably done the circle with a number of dealers. None of the guys are supplying, and then they say from Madison, but there's ways to pay us off. Okay? And lure them in like that. Many cases. We had a case not so long ago program 6 weeks back where it's a 16-year-old girl was living and staying with her abductor and dealer, Nigerian guy, across in South Johannesburg. And when we actually went in, she begged and pleaded that we leave him alone.
What?
Because I mean, and he was she's 16. She had a child as well. Okay, and I mean, even this guy being aggressive and manhandling her child, okay, did not influence her from not wanting to be away from the drugs and so on. And she was also there. She was being used, so she was luring other white girls to come in, and then they were the ones that they were going missing. So but I mean, she was so addicted and high 99% of the time that she's not even responsible for her own decisions because the only thing she wants is that drug.
And this problem of trafficking isn't just limited to girls. I mean, obviously they'd be taking guys as well.
Yeah. And you remember again when we're referring to the organs and so on, if there's a match from that's from a guy or a girl, they don't care. Okay, so they don't care about the gender. Okay, but yeah, it's a lot of that's what guys also think that the sex trade is not they're not going to be sold off in sex trade, but I mean that's where they're horribly mistaken. Okay, because I mean currently we are busy with the case now. I can't say where and everything, but it's where two 14-year-old boys, okay, as local, okay, are being used as male prostitutes in a gay club.
Jeez.
So, yeah, which we're onto them, okay, and we're doing the current investigation. It's one of the next operations which I'll go in to get these kids. So, I mean, and that's two boys, yeah, and that's, as you say, affluent, prominent area.
Would it be right to say that these affluent areas are the guys that are basically the customers?
Mostly, yes. Yeah.
Yes, please.
And that's not to but the question of these people. I mean, it's sick that the things that they prepared to do. And for example, one of the operations which we did, which it's really hectic here, but we actually posed as sex offenders or as guys who are wanting to have a good time with underage kids. Okay. Now, to try and you've got to win the favor of the Nigerians, we go and we ask the guys we know, and we can identify who the guys are who do have girls, because they're getting clever, because they know if they say, okay, tonight you're going to be at this place, and there's 5 girls there, okay, ultimately they know that we're going to be onto them and we're going to knock them, okay. So what they do is they arrange a meeting place, and then from there they move you to another place, okay, and then they will bring the girls to you. So it's never an arranged place to say, okay, that we know where the girls are. They bring them. So it exposes us to risk, because all the time if we're going undercover, we can't go with any weapons or anything like that. So they really the children onto us. But still, what we do is then we pay to go out with these Nigerians and drink and carry on that day, because if you flash cash, you got their attention. So we do it very subtly. We flash the cash, and then at the end of the night we say to the kids, we want to arrange to have a time with these girls. You say, okay, fine. And the guy says, no, okay, well, I've got 2 mates that want to come with as well. So they say, cool, put down, reserve with pay some money, and then they make a time. Yeah. And then what we had a team who was an extraction team that we were basically had trackers on us, because we knew where the progress was going to move us. And then they hook us and they move us to another venue, and then the extraction team follows up and moved in. And on that operation, there was 4 girls, underage girls, but I'm talking between the ages of 12 and 16. No, so it just gets them going. They want to be drinking. So if you go out and you at the pub and things like that, they want to see. They want to drink, yeah, your Johnny Walker Blue, and and so it's really like prominent stuff. So yeah, a bottle of brandy or whiskey that's costing 2,000 rand is what they will order. So in a night setting something up like that might cost you between 3,000 and 5,000 rand to set up an operation before we go.
Jeez, so that's what it costs to spend some time with these underage girls is going to cost you 5, 6, 7 grand.
Yeah, look, I mean, then you're going to pay. Obviously, they charge you guys with the kids. But I mean, that's not. That's just. This is just to open the way that to buy favor with the Nigerians because we're going to pose as any law enforcement. They must know. You got to have references and all that kind of stuff as well. So
what would you say, like in closing? I mean, I think we've heard like quite a lot, and I'm sure there's probably another 10,000 hours worth of stories
sure.
you can tell me about this. But in closing, like what would you tell parents? Like if you had an open forum, like now, like you holding back, what would you tell parents about this and about their kids and like what limits should they put in place for their kids?
What I'd say is they need to spend the time building a relationship with their children so that it's close enough so that they can also have some form of relationship with their friends and extensions, because most of the time, be it from a negative influence or something, it's coming from a dark friend or something like that. And like I say, sometimes even friends have sold their friends into this bondage as well. So if they have that relationship, direct relation and close relationship with the kids, they can generally start to see the warning signs. And if the kids also can feel that they have a platform, a safe environment to be able to voice certain opinions, they can talk to kids, or to get them involved in some place where they can have open conversation with an adult who can give them some advice, because most of the time they're getting their advice from other addicts and people and it's it doesn't take much to be convinced and influenced to go and experiment things, because they're really broken ice with experimenting with the drugs. So it's a difficult place, but that's to see the signs early, okay? Because once the kids are gone, once they've been taken, we've got our backs up against the wall. I mean, the stats are you heard the stats now. So I mean, to find them again is a much more difficult process than to avoid the whole thing completely. So it's and unfortunately today's society is that parents are dissociated with the kids because of the working hours. They are put in that bond and relationship is broken, and then the kids are left to fend for themselves, and they end up I think through social media and so on exposed to so much more than what we were when we were kids. But they've got access to all of this. It's truly a worrisome place at the moment. So lonely and sad place, but it's a calling that we can't step away from. Once your eyes are open, you can never turn away. I cannot. That's the thing.
No, dude, you're a beast.
Yeah.
You do the job that few people like want to do, number one, and that few people actually know is happening. You're like one of those heroes that like operate in the background, and people need to be more aware of this.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a game where it's a nameless and faceless operation, and we don't ask for glory or credit or medals or anything like that, because that just exposes us. So we are for the cause, for the people, ultimately. So we don't take the credit. We sit in the background. We just do what we do.